In preparing to hand down the 2016-17 budget, I've been reflecting on what a year it's been for our region. Our region is maturing and we've seen some major milestones in our community over the past 12 months. As a council, we are proud to look back at our achievements during the last financial year. A quick look around the region's highlights the impact of the council's major projects during 2015-16. The Toowoomba City Library, the Civic Square, the Greater Toowoomba Waste Management Facility and Stage 1 of Highfield Sport and Recreation are examples of how we are investing in our future. Our 2016-17 budget is just as significant and exciting for the region as we continue to deliver on our vision for the Toowoomba region and the projects we have worked with the community to shape. We are focusing on efficiency and ensuring our organisation is lean, yet agile, as the core business of our operations continue to experience significant growth. This budget is underpinned by financial prudence, and this will be the foundation of our decision making in the coming year. The future of the Toowoomba region has never looked brighter. Our financial position is allowing us to continue to enhance the services we offer our residents. I am delighted to present the budget that balances the important needs and visions of our community with responsible planning we need for the future. I look forward to Council delivering for all residents in the year ahead.
There is significant investment in our region's roads in this year's budget, including $1.5 million for Pierces Creek Road to the north of Crow's Nest, $1.9 million for the Wairima-Cambodia Road, $1.8 million for Peters Road, West Maringandan, and upgrading the remaining narrow stretches on Linthorpe Road at $1.1 million. Council and the Australian Government will provide $385,000 to Scrubby Creek Pittsworth and $2.7 million to Bostock Road Millmerran under the jointly funded Bridges Renewal Program. There will be a continuing focus on renewing the regional road network for our residents, with nearly $3.8 million for gravel resheets, $6.3 million for bitumen reseals, and $1.4 million for asphalt overlays, and $2.6 million for road rehabilitation this year. Council has allocated $50 million over the next 3 years for the construction of the Mort and Boundary Street connections that are needed to integrate the second range crossing with our local road network. These projects will provide key linkages to the city and join our existing industrial areas in Western Toowoomba with a view to future growth. Our roads, our people, these are the responsibilities this council takes very seriously.
We are modernising parking payment process with almost $50,000 to replace single head parking meters and $75,000 on park vending machines. The flow of traffic through our CBD in Toowoomba is also high on the agenda, with nearly $4 million for the Ruthven Street upgrade works between Russell Street and Chalk Drive, and $300,000 for the two-waying of Victoria Street. Regional centres will also receive $200,000 for a refurbishment of Macotta Street in Gumbunji, $100,000 for the Yarraman Public School drop-off area, and $40,000 to extend the footpath on Ronald Street in Kuya. Active Transport gets a boost with $400,000 set aside for cycle and pedestrian paths for the golf course link section of West Creek, $80,000 for completing bike lanes in Baker Street, and nearly $380,000 to improve disability access to bus stops. Importantly, drainage of our road network includes $80,000 to upgrade gully pits, $100,000 for drainage works in Kumbunji, and $214,000 for drainage and curb channel in Clifton. We are continually listening to our feedback and actioning where we can.
Last year was a landmark year for the water and waste portfolio, with the completion of the Greater Toowoomba Waste Management Facility shaping the way our region handles waste. This facility will provide the blueprint for the future, with the next financial year delivering on the strategic plan for the delivery of waste services across the region. This will include the Clinton landfill site being upgraded to a full new waste transfer facility and acquisition of new sites for waste management projects and facility upgrades across the region. This council is keen to capitalise on the wave of investment currently underway in the city and provide further infrastructure to continue expansion. That is why we have provided $5.26 million to complete sewage pump stations at Charlton to help facilitate future growth in the Toowoomba Enterprise Hub. Investment in our region's water supply will see $4.27 million allocated for the upgrade and replacement of water mains, $625,000 to replace the Gowrie Mountain water supply reservoirs, $130,000 for further Clifton water supply investigations, and $245,000 for bore drilling to supplement the Greenmount water supply. I'm pleased with what this budget is delivering for the water and waste portfolio throughout our region.
The provision of high quality potable water is essential and in fact necessary for our quality lifestyle, and yet sometimes we take this for granted. The ongoing operation and maintenance of our sewage systems ensures the public health and safety of our communities. To this end, Council has set aside $5.65 million for the essential service to continue to operate efficiently and friendly to the environment. With regard to our waste services, Council will allocate $11.13 million for the domestic dual bin waste recycling services across the region to continue each day. Secondly, to continue our program of improving operations, working towards meeting state government legislated targets for minimising landfill disposal. To achieve this, Council's waste charge will rise by 9%, which equates to an increase of $20 per 2-bin service. There will be no increase to commercial charges at Council's waste facilities. Also, there will be no increase in water access charges again this year. However, there will be an increase in the consumption charges, further to reflect a user pay system.
World-class actors, schools and many of you have graced the Toowoomba City Hall stage, and this year Council will spend over $4.5 million for the redevelopment of this iconic heritage building. This project will be another step towards completion of the Civic Square precinct and opening up the rear of City Hall to create a vibrant, culturally rich space for community enjoyment. The spotlight is definitely on the Toowoomba region's culture and theatrical presence, with an almost $630,000 investment in the Empire Theatre's bathrooms, seating and waterproofing the storeroom. If you feel more comfortable in the swimming pool than on the stage, Council have included $400,000 in the upgrade to the Pittsworth pool, including the new filtration work, ramp access to the 50-metre pool and beach entry for the toddlers pool. The Toowoomba Carnival of Flowers will once again be in the full bloom this year, and with visitation to Carnival up 6% during 2015, we can expect it to be even more popular again, with an economic return to the region of close to $30 million. We look forward to seeing you pedals there.
This financial year will see more than $12.5 million proposed in capital budgets to progress the development of our parks and recreation services. This includes almost $3.5 million for Queen's Park Master Plan, $150,000 for the Clifton Open Space Master Plan, and $300,000 for Peacehaven Park in Highfields, and $70,000 for Centenary Park at Crow's Nest. But it's not just about stopping to smell the flowers. We're also investing in the next generation of sports stars. More than $16 million worth of works has been already completed at the Highfield Sports and Recreation Park in the delivery of Stage 1. Work won't stop there on this tremendous project, with a further $3.5 million allocated for progression of Stage 2 works and planning. Our parks and gardens are just as important as our wide open spaces. Toowoomba Region is famous for its agriculture, and we're committed to improving pest management operations and compensation for our bushland parks. Some of the key projects that will be delivered this year include $200,000 for wild dog fence repair and replacement in the Millmerran area, $300,000 for strategic fire break development and renewal.
We have a sustainable plan for our region, and we will continue to remain relevant by embracing our digital future and the opportunity technology brings to the planning and development of our region. We have one of the most livable cities in Australia, and we will experience continuing growth over the next few years. To accommodate population and housing growth, the land use plan will ensure protection of the region's environment in a sustainable way. I especially recognise the importance of our smaller communities and the need to put in place strategies to encourage growth in these areas across our region. Toowoomba's policy settings are aimed squarely at placing the region in a position to take maximum advantage of the smart city concepts being formulated at state and federal levels. Becoming a smart city promises to fundamentally alter the business landscape. This will lead to meaningful job opportunities for our community. We are listening to the various communities spread across the region to ensure that the aspirations for jobs, businesses and housing needs are met.
A medium density housing review is high on the priority list, as well as an evaluation of the flood risk as part of the Toowoomba Regional Planning Scheme. One of the best things about our region is the character of our neighbourhoods and our heritage homes and buildings. The Toowoomba Regional Planning Scheme provides detailed directions for land use planning and development, aspirations while ensuring that statutory obligations are fulfilled arising from state government land use and environmental legislation. From our rich traditions to our bold ambitions, maintaining our current livability status with growth is a balancing act. We currently have a number of programs on offer to encourage specific types of development, especially in our district areas. These incentives target new developments through the reduction of various costs normally associated with the development, and where relevant, cash incentives for the revitalisation and refurbishment of identified heritage buildings. This year will also see further work on Council's economic development strategy that will focus on business development, jobs and the coordination of the many federal, state, regional and local agencies involved in economic policy and development.
We will work with you over the next financial year to strengthen our two-way communication, both in how we meet your needs and customers and how we communicate with you. We will be working with you over the next year to integrate your feedback and make sure we remain on pulse for what our community values. This year will also see Council continue with the evolution of our new regional brand and further development of our subset brands for our wonderful, unique towns. A nod to the past and a glimpse to the future. This brand essence brings together two of the elements that make the Toowoomba region what it is today: strong historical foundations and ambitious investment plans. Council recently passed a significant milestone with 1 million interactions through our customer service team and the introduction of the new technologies. Council can continue to optimise our outstanding service delivery to our community. This means the right service, on time and for the right cost to all our residents.
This budget has challenged Council to balance the increasing demand to provide modern services with a decrease in the revenue from grants, fees and charges. Significant increases in electricity prices and depreciation charges, combined with a growth in the labour budget to provide new services such as the sports fields at Highfields, have prompted Council to raise the general rate on average by 3%. An increase in water usage, sewerage and waste charges combined to give an average property increase of 3.24%. With $290.5 million allocated for operational expenditure and $196.7 million for capital works, this budget balances the provision of high quality services with careful planning for our future needs as a region. Council continues to invest in the infrastructure required to grow the region, providing jobs for local people. The Queensland Treasury Corporation maintains Council's rating as sound with a neutral outcome to reflect our current financial strength and, just as importantly, our effectiveness and commitment to long-term financial planning, an undeniable hallmark of this Council.
Council is very proud of the 2016-17 budget and what it will mean for our community. For more information and a full analysis of the budget, visit our website.